Get set, go!
Hello, hello. This is Greg with Fit for Expedition. Thanks for being here. Got a couple of guests, and we're just going to like jump right in right away. Usually we do a little intro and talk a little bit firsthand, but wanted to bring up a couple of friends. But before that, I did want to mention that we reached the goal on the Great Cycle Challenge for the Children's Cancer Research Center for $500, but you can keep giving. And if you go to www.greatcyclechallenge.com, and I should put this on the screen, /riders/Greg Harris, you can actually contribute in my name to the Great Cycle Challenge and to the research center. Also, real quick, I wanted to thank everybody because I actually have reached I've got more than 4,000 hours and more than 1,000 subscribers, but I haven't received any notification from YouTube yet, so I'm still waiting on that. Okay, real quick, let's see who's here in the chat, and let's see, well, Lucky Dog Moderator was here first. Thanks for being here. Clay Muir, hey, how you doing? And then, of course, Marshall, who will be on screen here in just a bit, along with Papa Drew. And Char of Heart, thanks for being here. And let's see, anybody have anything? Oh, and Red's here, but she's just listening. So, hi, Red. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Drew, and I'm going to bring up Marshall, but let me bring up Drew first. How's it going?
Hey, good. I'm doing good. I'm sitting over here at the RV park in the 90-degree weather, and congratulations on hitting your numbers. 1,000.
Yeah. You just cut out. You just cut out. I can't hear you now. Okay, let me bring up Marshall, and then we'll try and work that out. Hey, Marshall. Oh, Marshall's all prepared.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
It's going, man. It's going. I'm trying to get caught up, but I'm always behind, so I'm just getting used to the fact that I'll always be behind.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah. Me too. You're going to have a premiere after this.
Oh, yeah. So today I'm going to do a premiere. I'm premiering a new style of video that actually partnered with a friend of mine that I work in the film industry with named Dylan. And he's got his own production company called Hyena Silver. And he's actually made like 3 or 4 or more of his own movies with no budget, basically, in Lexington, Kentucky. And
yeah.
He just had one of his films.
Yeah, I can hear you.
That sounds good. He just had a film premiere, world premiere at a film festival in Las Vegas a week ago. So that was really cool. But he's helping me. He edited this video and did some cool like overlay effects and some cool transitions there. So I'm excited to release that video today after your premiere. If we could, after the live, go over there together and watch it together. If you all are into it. It's about a 20-minute kind of just relaxing, peaceful, clear your head kind of video.
Okay, that's cool. I'm interested in see what you got there. So, Drew, you're back. I hope.
All right. Are we?
Okay,
are
yeah,
we
I can hear you.
better? We can
Oh,
hear.
it's
Hey,
actually way better.
Congratulations on hitting your numbers. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours. That's not easy. Good job on that. And if
Thanks.
you haven't done his bicycle, go do that. Go donate, help him out. It's a great cause. Cancer is always good. Beat all the diseases. Trust me, I'm doing it right now. You should go do it too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now. Just
Okay.
help you
Well,
out.
thanks. Cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah, cancer is like the leading cause of health issues and death in the country, from what I understand. So, I mean, if you combine all different forms of cancer, yes. Yeah.
Go do what you got.
So that was pretty cool. I got to the $500 goal, which I guess is not enough. I guess next time I have to say 1,000 or something, because it was 2 days. I'm supposed to be 30. So, but keep giving, and that's a good question. Should I increase the goal, or should I just leave it? I think I should just leave it, because then at least I feel like I've accomplished it, you know.
Or you could leave it and still collect additional. So basically now, if someone contributes, do you ride more miles for those kinds of things?
No. You know what? I would ride more miles, but it's too hot. It's I'm in Arizona. I don't know if you know that, Drew, but
Yes, come up and say hi.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm gonna be in Arizona at January if everything goes right, and we'll talk about that, I guess, in a little bit. But I'm bringing the school bus up there to display it.
In Quartzsite?
No, I'm gonna do Parker. We're gonna go. I'm gonna do Skoolie Palooza.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, that's cool.
Up there. Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be done?
Yeah, if you want to go into it, we can. I mean, I've learned a whole bunch. Some good, some bad, some stuff I just didn't know because I've never done this before. And if I can help somebody go from zero to hero, I mean, I'm all about that. Let's get that done. So let me know whenever. I don't want to step on anybody's toes or.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what we want to talk about, actually. And you know, it's interesting. We got this contrast because Marshall's in a minivan, so he's like in the smallest, not the smallest. I know there's people living in SUVs and stuff, but he's got almost the smallest. And then you're going to be on to the bus, which is almost the biggest, thing you can pretty much have on the road. Hey, let me check out the chat real quick. And I know I'm going to miss people, and I always do. Let's see. Oh, Bree. I have to yell that because that's our thing. RV Ashes in April. Thanks for being here. Cool. Let's see. We've got Ray's here. Van Life Rocks. Ray's one of my moderators. Thanks for being here. Becky Allen. Hi, Becky. And I'm actually going to try and look and see if there's any questions in here. But if you guys have any questions, put like 3 Qs in, and then I'll hopefully catch it. But I'm not the best at this, at the catching the stuff in the live stream. Oh, Kenny's here.
I'll try to keep an eye out too if I see something.
Okay. Yeah. T Squad RVing. Thanks, and thanks for your contribution too. Let's see. Oh, Desert Adventures in Arizona. Steve, you know what's funny? I've never even met Steve, Desert Adventures in Arizona, but he only lives about maybe 20, 25 miles from me.
I met that dude.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I met that dude like 3 weeks ago or whatever up at in Ottman. He was sitting in the bar I was sitting at, or one of his people, and we totally did an interview that I forgot to hit the record button.
Oh, no way.
And get all his information out. The guy was super cool. And just to give him a plug right now on the air, if you don't mind, if you're going to Arizona and you need some adventures or whatever, go hit them up because they sound like they're super cool and they just know the whole area. And it was a cool cat to chat with. We talked for like 45 minutes. Really cool dude. Yeah,
that's Steve at Desert Adventures in Arizona. So, and actually, I guess we could put up a link to Steve's channel. That would be cool. If Ray, if you didn't mind, or Kenny.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting up.
What's that?
I'm looking forward to meeting up with Steve.
Yeah, you know what? He actually wanted to show me. Actually, I asked him if he could show me some stuff on my drone because I've never even flown it. I had the same drone that I had before. I put it up one time and it flew away. I couldn't get it to come back. So I'm afraid to put it in the air now. You know what I mean? They gave me a new one for free because
Did your drone say kamikaze on it?
No, no, I don't know. It said flighty. No, I don't know. It was, but it's gone. And I mean, we tried to. My wife and I walked around for about 2 or 3 hours, and it was like 104 degrees out. We walked around for like 2 or 3 hours trying to find that thing, and it's gone. And it's a cheap one, so it wasn't even worth. Should have spent 15 minutes and left. But anyway, yeah, no, I definitely want to get into the issues with your bus. I mean, that's why we're here.
Yeah, whenever. I mean, you want me to
talk, give us some information. I mean, I know you're having it built. Where are you having it built at?
I'm having it built out in Pleasant, Texas. I bought the bus, so the whole thing started when I was at the queue last year. I ran into a really cool dude and his school bus, and I had known about skoolies, but I never really saw one up close. And I went in, I was like, "This is pretty cool, man!" And saw the quality and the stuff that was in his bus, which was all real wood, and it wasn't plastic fantastic like in my RV. And it was just simpler. There's no slides. There's no stuff to break. You know what I'm saying? It's like an engine and then electric and water. That's it. And it's school bus. So I'm like, okay, I can deal with this, and I'm going to hit the road, and I don't want to worry about all that other stuff. So I went over. Long story short, I went over to a AAA bus out of Arizona. Plopped down $10,500. I bought my school bus. Came back the next day, came back a couple weeks, picked up the bus, and met the bus builders. They were actually out in California buying a school bus in 1976, stick shift, an old classic. It's a beautiful bus, man. We were driving back in tandem, and people were driving by and taking pictures of their buses. They were driving it. But I drove the bus from Arizona all the way out to Dallas in like 3 days. Sleeping in truck stops, something I've never done before. I've never slept in a truck stop before on a blow-up air mattress in the middle of like January or February. It was not cold in Texas back then. Remember all the snow and everything? I'm sleeping on a metal floor in an air mattress with a sleeping bag, trying to stay warm while I got trucks on either side of me running their engines. And that was a rough.
Yeah, and you got no insulation in the wall, so you're hearing every sound outside. Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out, the school bus windows, sometimes they don't go up all the way. So the builders came by and shoved up the window. It was a trip, man. I was learning a lot. I learned a lot on that. You know what I didn't know what to do, and I felt like a complete tool? I didn't know how to go to the diesel truck stops and work the pump. It's not like, because they have pumps on each side in the diesel. So when you pull in, the bus only is filled from one side, and that's not the side with the credit card. I didn't realize you had to pull the thing off to put the other. They had to show me all.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about. So
yeah, I was like, this is like noob stuff to me. I didn't know, so I learned a ton of stuff just driving the bus. I learned that my bus has a governor. It only does 72 miles an hour with a tailwind.
Can you take that out?
Fast. Huh?
Can you take that out, the governor? Can you do something about that?
I could, but I just don't. I'm going to keep it because I don't think a school bus is meant for speed.
And 72 is fine on the highway. I mean, you're definitely 3 miles under the speed limit, so yeah.
Yeah, it's a big diesel pusher. It's a Cummins 8.3 liter.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big engine, six cylinder.
Let me look at the chat real quick. I wanted to welcome Traveling Donkeys and Linda Barker. Thanks for being here, both of you. And Marshall, you gonna play a little tune for him or what?
No, I'll just be giving you some accompanying music for your intros.
Yeah. So go ahead. I was just gonna ask you where you're at now.
Yeah. Okay. So I got with the builders and everything. Here's the deal, man. When you're building something from scratch, your ideas that your concept of what you have in your head might not necessarily be what the builder's concept is.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking, I want a certain look and a certain style of stuff, and they're coming back with this like countertop dishwasher stuff, and I'm going, no, man, I don't want a countertop dishwasher. I'm spending the bus build altogether out the door is like $56,000.
Yeah, I figured it'd be pricey. I mean, It's pricey, not compared to some of these RVs that are out there, but I mean, it's, you know, pretty pricey. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, compared to, like, you know, I don't know, and it's all real wood. So that's
well,
the
you
other thing.
you actually had one that you just listed on your Facebook page, Drew.
Right.
It was $100,000. Yeah, that's huge, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when the bus is, so we'll get into the pricing, but it was $10,500 to buy, just to buy the bus and have the seat stripped out. Then it's $56,000 to just have the bus built. But here's the deal.
So you're 66 in.
Yeah, 56 plus 10,500.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I'm up there right now, and this is all cash, by the way. I don't owe anybody any debt, and that's the way it's going to stay. But so you have to communicate, like, on every level to the bus builders. We're still working out. I still don't have a floor plan. I'm supposed to take this delivery in January. We're real close to getting a final floor plan, but I had, like, my bedroom is 9 feet long. The bathroom was 10 feet. I had to shrink it by a foot in order for me to put the kitchen the way I want the layout. So it's just a straight kitchen is 11 feet, and then the couch is another 6 feet. So it's all down one side of the bus. So when you come in, it's an open concept bus is what I call it, with a big private bathroom. A really big bathroom. Half of the bathroom, half of the 9 feet is a jacuzzi bathtub.
Wow.
Yeah, built for 2 people. I'm buying. So here's the other deal. I'm paying $56,000 plus I'm buying all the high-end stuff to avoid the add-ons from the builder. So I'm also fronting another $7,000 to $8,000 on all the stuff I'm putting in there. Yeah. So, and it's just going back and forth. You know, you really gotta be on top of the builders of what, because they want to pinch pennies, and it's not a bad thing for them. I get it. But you have to really keep an eye on what they're putting in the bus. Like, they wanted to put in $95 Home Depot cabinets. And for some people, that's fine. I don't feel like I'm spending $56,000 getting $95 cabinets. I don't think that's a good trade. I kind of felt, you know, wait a minute, we need to have a conversation about this. You know, I
don't know if you know, I'm building a box van, and I'm actually doing it myself. So it's interesting to hear you say that, and then because my concepts, well, they're still not ending up exactly as I wanted them because it just can't be done, or it's just too expensive to do it the way I wanted to do it, and I'm trying to do it on a real low budget. I already own the truck, so it was like, you know, I don't want to put that much money into it, you know. Yeah,
no, we're on the same page. However, like, I don't have your skills to. There's the mail person. Hi. I don't have your skills to do what you're doing with all the power tools. I'd cut my fingers off. And it'd be hard to pick my nose. This would not work. So, so I'm having somebody else do that, and they have the time to get that done, which is great. But you have to keep an eye on what materials are being used on the build, because they're going to try and get away with the cheapest they can. So I just finally let them know, listen, anything that goes in the bus, I need to know what it is. Yeah. I have to sign off on it, or else we're going to go back and forth. So I've pulled a lot of stuff away from the builders and then substituted it with my own stuff. Like the refrigerator I'm putting in there is a Schmeg refrigerator. It's from Italy. It's $2,100. It's a 12 volt. Guys can look it up. Schmeg. It's a retro refrigerator. It's super cool.
It's a 110 or is it 12 volt?
Yeah, it's a household refrigerator. So that's kind of the headaches I've been going through, and trying to get everything done is just communicating. And then my builders just caught COVID, so they haven't been able to build the bus too. I mean, it's just it's one thing after another, you know, and it's a challenge, man. Yeah, it really is.
Hey, give me one second. I wanted to welcome Jennifer from Water Girl Family Adventures and Ginger Gypsy, who I haven't seen before. Are you familiar with Ginger Gypsy, Marshall?
I have not.
No. How about you, Drew? No.
Ginger.
That's cool. Thank you for being here. For sure. You know, this is going to be an interesting contrast, because Marshall's actually, you pretty much finished your build, right, Marshall? 90. I mean, obviously things are going to come out and go in and change, and you know, you're learning as you go, kind of thing. So.
Yeah, for the most part though, it's where I need it to be able to use it, travel around, and
how many square feet do you have, Marshall?
I have roughly, now this is just an approximate number, in the cargo area, I have about 33-ish square feet.
Okay, okay. Let me ask, Drew. Do you know what your square footage is?
Yeah, I'm a 38-foot bus. I have 35 foot inside, 35 feet times 7. I'm around maybe 190, 200 square feet.
It sounds like 240. Sounds like about 240. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, somewhere in there.
I'm half of yours. I'm at 128.
Well,
so.
what we need to do is get everybody together, because I have 8,000 watts of generator underneath the bus, so I can power both of you guys and myself.
All right, we'll take you up on it.
Are you in Texas, Papa Drew?
The bus is getting built in Texas, so okay. I'm gonna fly into Texas December area time frame for Christmas. I'm gonna get with the builders, take the bus, and drive. Then I'm gonna drive the bus to where my rental is in Pensacola. I'm gonna domicile in Florida. Hopefully, buy a pickup truck there to avoid California taxes, because I'm domiciling, and turn around and drive the whole thing back to Parker, Arizona.
Okay. Are you gonna tow a vehicle?
Solar. Okay, so the bus builder.
Oh, let me ask real quick. Let me ask you: Are you gonna tow a vehicle, Drew?
Yeah, I am. That's the thing. I'm gonna go to Florida to buy my truck. I tried to just buy one here in California, and it was just not the right. It's not the right time to buy pickup trucks. I'm looking at an F-250 4x4, and the reason why I'm trying to get that truck is I'm gonna tow that behind the bus, but I'm gonna put a Marlin sled deck on the back of the pickup truck, and then I'm gonna put a Can-Am on top of that, a 4-seat Can-Am, a Maverick. Wow. And I'm going to tow, that's going to be about $80,000. I'm going to tow that behind the bus, and when I go full time.
Okay, that's
like
cool.
Traveling full time, yeah. So we'll all have fun driving around with Papa Drew in the Can-Am. It's all money, right? You can't take it with you. You might as well spend it. The solar part of it is not included in the $56,000. That's
it's not.
Separate. Oh no, that's separate.
Are you doing that on your own?
Yeah, I'm going to save. I'm still working. So I'm offsetting some of the rent that I'm paying here at the park, which is $1,300 a month just to park my RV here. It's ridiculous. Wow. I'm offsetting that with the rental fees, so I can take half of my paycheck and put that in the bank.
$1,300 a month?
Yeah, that
seems pretty high to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, and I'm paying my own electricity here. It's expensive out in California.
Oh wow,
it sucks. But anyway, so I'm going to put in 1,200 amp hours of lithium Battleborns in the bus. And then I'm going to put 2,200 of solar on the roof. Six 380 watt panels on the roof to power all the solar. In each room, it's a lot of solar. But in each room, so the bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen, and the living room, I'm going to have a 3,000 watt inverter for each of those. On coming back.
Real quick, Blaine from Really Creatives here. Thanks for being here. If you guys have any questions, make sure you put 3 Qs and ask your question, and I hope I can catch it. Also, moderators, if you guys want to drop your links, or if you want to drop anybody's links that's in here on the screen, or a channel that's in the chat, go ahead and do that. That's cool. All right. Sorry.
No, that's cool. And I'm going to have 2 solar charge controllers. All of this is going into the 1,200 lithium amp hours. The bus is I'm building the bus to be truly off-grid. 125-gallon freshwater tank, and then a airhead composting toilet, which I'm going to buy this on the 15th and send that to the builders. It's a beast, man. It's going to be, hopefully, I want to see how long I can stay off-grid.
Yeah, that's cool. What do you have for solar and power station and stuff, Marshall?
I'm just running.
I mean, I know it's a lot smaller. I mean, we know that because it's a minivan. Yeah.
I have a Jackery that's only the 240 watt hour Jackery, the Explorer 240, and I have a which that's limited on the input side. You can only input 60 watts, I think, of power. Yeah, and so, but my panel is 120 watts, even though, like I said, I'm limited to the 60, the limitation on the Jackery. But it's been perfect for me, for what I have going on. I coupled that with, I just got this ice cold refrigerator that's super low, super high efficiency.
Oh, that's cool.
It's got an eco mode, and this small Jackery will run this refrigerator for like a day and a half. I'm really impressed.
That's cool. Yeah, and you don't have any external AC or anything like that, so you don't have to or anything like that. Here's a question for Drew. Hey, and is it Papa Drew or Drew? It doesn't matter. Probably,
either one, it doesn't matter.
Okay. What size black tank would you fit in the bus? But you're not going to have a black tank, right?
No, I got rid of the black tank, and here's what I'm doing. Which I got the idea from the toter trucks. Friends of mine that have big semi trucks, what they do is they have an extra tank on their toter truck. I'm going to do the same thing to the Ford. So I'm going to put a 125-gallon freshwater tank in the bed of the Ford truck, and I'm going to dump my gray water tank off the bus into the truck. And then also I'm going to have a 125-gallon freshwater tank on the truck.
Wait, explain that. You're going to dump your gray water tank onto the truck.
Bus. Yeah, from the bus into the truck.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the truck to the dump station.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes it easier.
Yeah, so that way I don't have to move a 38-foot school bus every time I want to go dump my tanks. As far as the black water tank, it's just a composting toilet. So, and I've solved the problem of the seat up, seat down problem with the women. I put in a men's urinal in the bathroom.
Okay.
So it's a composting toilet that the guys can sit in and the women can. So we leave the seat down on that permanently. And then they can go use the men's urinal if they have to. And the men's urinal is a kid's training tool. So it's a picture of a frog with a spinner in the mouth. So you pee on that and then it spins around.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't want a big porcelain urinal in your bus. My father-in-law has a urinal in his house, in one of his bathrooms. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Gina, I wanted to say hi to Gina. Gina, Van Life with Gina is here. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so Marshall, you don't have any external AC, so you don't really need that much power, because that's where the power goes, is to the AC.
Yeah, and right now I try to strategically camp in times of year. You know, I'm just a part-time traveler right now. I'm trying to work to eventually I will need some type of AC solution, I think, if I try to go full time. But right now at night, where I'm at in Kentucky, at least in these states around here, around Kentucky, I just have a little USB fan, and believe it or not, that keeps me. It's enough for the only time I'm in the van is at night when I'm sleeping, and that's the only time I need to worry about trying to stay cool. Because I'm not like hanging out in the van all day. I'm like, if I'm driving it, I have my van's AC. But if I'm, usually I'm going on an adventure somewhere, going to a destination, and then I'm just not in the van. So I just.
Yeah, it helps if you're not in Arizona,
Yeah, and also not in Arizona, California, all those states out there that are getting the heat. So
New Mexico, yeah. So
I'm running two 12,000 watt BTU mini splits. One in the back of the bus over the bedroom, and then one in the living room.
That'd be nice.
I'm gonna have two 5,000 BTU, which is about mine's 128 square feet, so it's actually pretty close, pretty comparable. Room air conditioners, but that's because I already had them. I just kind of inherited them, so I'm gonna use those. Otherwise, I probably would have gone with something different. But
I want to see if I can make an ice skating rink in the living room.
Well, you got a urinal. You might as well have an ice skating rink too, right?
For heat, I'm putting in a diesel heater's going in the bedroom, and then I'm putting in a wood burning stove in the living room.
That'd be nice.
That's cool. I wish I had room for that. I don't think I have enough room. I'm gonna go with the diesel heater, but I don't think I'm gonna have room for the wood burning stove. But we really wanted one.
Yeah, after hearing all the catastrophes and people trying to get propane in Texas when that freeze hit, the only thing that's gonna be propane on my bus is going to be the I'm putting in a Blackstone griddle, the 22-inch griddle as a cooktop.
Love those.
I'm having a butcher block counter, and then I'm going to have the Blackstone sunk into the butcher block counter, so it's flat. And that's my cooktop. And you can boil water. You put a pan on there or a pot and boil water. And cleanup is going to be so much easier. And I actually
saw a video on that about how you can just cook on that like a normal stove. So
that's the only thing in the bus that's propane. The water heater is going to be electric. Everything else is diesel.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because so you running your diesel heater off of the tank for the bus or no?
I'm trying to get the builders to do that. They're reluctant, so we'll see.
I wonder if it would mess with your emissions and that kind of thing.
I don't know. So I didn't want my roof messed with. I didn't. They ripped out the roof, the inside of the roof. So now they're going to put wood in there, and I guess the wood that they're using, it's all going to be that high-end teak wood. So the bus is going to smell great and be moth-free. But they have to put the roof in.
Right.
Yeah, and
and stand up the moisture really well too.
Yeah, it's a win-win, and teak's really expensive. So I mean, knock yourself out if that's what they want to use. That's great. I mean, I don't have any problems with the builders. They're great. You just got to communicate again with them. Now they ripped. We had the air conditioners in the bus, the ones that come on the school bus, and I was on the fence with keeping them or not keeping them. And I had the 2 mini splits, so eventually we decided to take them down, and they had to go into the engine, and that was a mess. I had to pay out of pocket an extra $300 to do that, plus insurance. It was a big problem.
Yeah. Ray says you can get a mini split with the AC and heat.
They do, Ray. They do the heat and the AC. The only problem is the heat's not as good, I don't think, brother. That's why I'm putting in the fireplace and the diesel heater in the back.
I know the diesel heaters are supposed to be really super efficient.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going with that. You don't have any heat in your van, do you, Marshall? I mean, heater.
I don't have anything. No, I didn't add anything additionally. I have a sleeping bag that goes down to like 0 degrees, I think.
Yeah. It still can be cold in there, though. I mean, it still could be cold in the sleeping bag, even if it is good till 0. You know.
Yeah, and then inside of the sleeping bag, I have a fleece sleeping bag. So it's a fleece insert that goes into the sleeping bag. And I've slept in very, very cold weather with that combination. It's worked good for me. And like I said, I'm just in there to sleep. So as soon as I make it to morning, we kick the coals around in the fire, get the fire going again, and usually we're good to go.
Yeah. I wanted to welcome Unmasked Lifestyle. Thanks for being here.
I'm going to put in a 16-foot party deck on the roof with a fire pit.
Are you serious about the fire pit?
I am absolutely serious. I'm putting a fire pit on
the bus. Is it going to be removable, or are you going to leave it up there?
I'm going to leave it up there. It's going to be a little 2-foot fireplace. I'm going to have benches built in that are storage on top of the bus. So we can all go up there and sit down and light a fire up, little propane fire up there, and just chill out and watch the sunset while we have cocktails.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
I've never seen a skoolie do that before.
No, I haven't either. Not with the fire pit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of decks on the roof, but yeah. So you're going to have room for that and all your solar too, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to have there's room for a 16-foot deck because I'm a 38-foot bus and the 6 solar panels.
Okay.
Wow. So, and there's not much else up there.
Right. You're not going to have any storage up there or anything after that. I guess you could just strap stuff down to the deck if you really wanted to store something. Yeah,
just the benches that are going to be up there.
Yeah.
That are going to double as storage for the roof.
Sure. Hi, She-Devil Adventures. Thanks for being here.
So, and then I got to paint it and I got to name it.
Yeah. I'm not going to name mine.
You're not?
I don't know. No, mine's just going to be a box van. I'm not going to be naming it, I don't think.
You just named it. Just call it just a box van.
Yeah, I know that I could do a whole video on it if I wanted to. I'm naming the box van, but I'm not going to do it. I don't think so. But what are you gonna name your bus? I know Marshall's got a name for his van already.
So I haven't told
What's
many people.
the-
I guess I could tell you the name of the bus. I'm gonna call
Okay,
it.
this is the big reveal here. This is the big reveal.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is. So I'm gonna call it Nacho.
Nacho?
Nacho.
What
bus.
color is it gonna be?
It's gonna be
what
Nacho bus.
What color is the bus gonna be?
I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna try and match the car and the Can-Am together, but I was thinking a tan, like a light tan on the top and a dark tan on the bottom. I've had offers to Rhino line the whole bus.
I'm gonna do that on my box van.
Yeah, for like $6,000, the guy he can sandblast it all and then Rhino line the whole bus.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do the bed liner on my whole truck. Yeah. I already took all the decals off, but yeah, I'm not gonna do all that sandblasting and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to. If you don't paint a school bus, it's called a Twinkie.
It's called a what?
It's called a Twinkie.
A Twinkie? Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's just orange, you mean?
Huh?
Or yellow or whatever that color is.
Yeah, it's a school bus. I mean, I even left the stop sign on it.
Are you gonna take it off or you leave it on?
No, I'm gonna leave it on. I gotta change it so it doesn't say stop. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna. Maybe I'll
put your logo on there.
Maybe I'll put Run Forest Run and Stop Forest Stop.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna put on it. Something funny.
Yeah.
Maybe I could have a contest of name the stop sign. What do you want to put on it?
There you go. Marshall, what's the name of your van?
So since I'm in a caravan, I named my van Carol. Carol the Caravan.
Yeah.
Yeah, just real simple. Nothing real fancy. Although
you still
Carol,
have
Carol's still a fancy name, you know. But
yeah, you still have your apartment in Louisville, right? So
I do.
So you're just a part timer. You're not full time in your van yet, but you are planning on making that your abode, right?
Yes, I'm working on. There's a lot of things I'm working on. One of them is I would love to have a trailer, like maybe just a small something 5x10, because there's some things I need to take with me. Like I have a bunch of tools, which would be helpful to have. Then I could help others out there who might want a little help building some stuff. I would have my tools with me. Yeah, like Drew, and or anyone else out there who might have little projects here and there. So I think if I had like a little 5x10 trailer or a 6x10 maybe, I could also bring my guitar with me, because space is really limited in the minivan. So right now I'm just limited to the ukulele. If I had a trailer, I could have a guitar in there, my tools. I could have just a little chill spot where I could stand up in and tote that around.
You could have a stage in your trailer and you could actually perform for people. You could actually, for like little outdoor parties out in the national forest and stuff like that. Have you ever watched Pandemonium, Aja? And she has that trailer. It's got a whole light show and everything. She's got this it's just a utility trailer, but she's got all the lights set up and DJ stuff and everything.
Oh,
and
that's
she does cool. Yeah.
You could perform on the top of the deck, man. I got AC power up there. We'll hook it up with some strobes.
There you go.
We'll have the fire pit in the background, and you could ukulele all day long.
So that'd be perfect.
Yeah, we could do a music video.
We could.
And then, yeah, kind of MTV style. Well, back when they used to actually have music.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping to eventually. So I ended up getting a storage unit because I thought, this will kick my butt into gear and force me to try to sell things quicker, because I don't want to have a storage payment every month. Well, now I'm like 7 months later, and I'm like still have the storage unit, but yet my room's like almost empty, and I'm just kind of trying to get some money together to get the trailer, because that's really what the next step would be. Get the trailer and then build it out to where I can have storage for my tools and storage for all that, the guitar and things like that. And then put the last couple things here on Craigslist, listed on not Craigslist. I've actually been using Facebook Marketplace. I've had great success there.
Ray has a storage unit, but he uses his. I don't think he's planning on getting rid of it, but it seems like it works out really well for him. Yeah,
so that was another thought too, is to maybe take the last bit of stuff I have here in the apartment I rent and just put it in the storage, and then kind of just be left with the storage unit in my van until I can get rid of, the stuff in the storage.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
I wouldn't be opposed to upgrading to something, I don't know, maybe like a box van or something, or a step van or something like that.
You're if it's just you, I have my wife also, so we've got the box van that's a 16-footer. But if it's just you could just get one of those cube vans. I think they're like 10-footers or 12-footers. I mean, and get by with that. And what does D have? D has, I think it's a 12-footer. Maybe it's 14. It's a little smaller than mine.
Mm-hmm.
You could go over to AAA Bus and buy a school bus there. Tell them
they have the short ones, right?
Talk to Tony, and AAA's got great prices on school buses. They really do.
Oh, so you got yours through AAA?
AAA Bus, yeah, that's where I bought mine. I talked to Tony. Tony's like, Drew, come on up. Let's go have some beers. He's a cool kid. Tony's really cool over there, man. They're really great people.
Now, where they at?
It's right there in Arizona. It's in Phoenix.
Okay.
Now, Drew, do they have short ones too, right? They have the smaller buses.
They
because that would be the way I'd go.
Shorties and big ones and all kinds. And they check them out. They take you on a test drive. He hooks up all the equipment to show you that it's a good bus. And you can haggle with them a little bit too. Don't tell them I said that, but.
I thought the smaller buses would be cool, and then they have the access door in the back, and so you could have a ramp and actually keep a motorcycle inside the bus. I mean, it'd be a little tough getting it out. You'd probably have to use a strap or something to kind of lower it down, but then you'd have a second vehicle, so you could find a good parking spot in town, in a city or a town, and then you can just go out and cruise around.
So the smaller buses have the emergency ramp, the handicap ramp, that people use that to take the motorcycles on and off, because the hydraulics are already there. So you pull it off on the handicap ramp that takes the wheelchairs up and down. You put your motorcycle on that, and it drops it straight down.
Yep.
Ray, you said you have in here, it says 10 by 10. Is that your storage unit? It's probably the storage unit.
Yeah.
10 by 10.
Now, I'd be interested in getting one of those short buses like what y'all are talking about. There's actually a channel I follow where I forget the channel name, Leave Her Wild or something, but she just redid a short bus, and it looks great. Tons of room. For now,
give me a second real quick. Arguing Tenda channel, thanks for being here, and then Facing Reality. I think it's first time for Arguing Tenda being here. That's cool. I'm not sure about Facing Reality, but I know that we have watched each other's videos. I'm not sure if she's been to one of my live streams before, but thanks for being here. Sorry, go ahead. And also, I just wanted to put in this point: the shuttle buses are kind of cool too.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Marshall. You were talking about the channel you follow.
Oh, I was just going to say that, that channel, because I watched her build out her short bus, it kind of got me maybe considering one of those in the future. But I was going to say, for now, I actually have a lot of it already designed up in this program called SketchUp. I have my entire build laid out. And for those not familiar, SketchUp is a 3D modeling kind of blueprint. You've used it, Drew?
Yeah, that's what they're using on my bus right now, the builders, and it's free.
Yeah, it's free. Anyone can use it, and there's two. You can either download it and have it on your hard drive, or you can just use it in the browser, which I think is really cool. So if you're on a computer with limited resources, you can just use the browser version, but it lets you design your build before you actually build, which I think is really neat. So what I've done is lay out my entire build, the bed, the kitchen cabinet. Well, really just those two things so far. I still need to do the other shelf and the floor. And basically I'm going to create like this downloadable file to where if someone was interested in replicating my build, they could just go and download this file, and it would have all the dimensions and how much wood they would need, cut list.
I actually have a couple of photos. This is your bed build, right? Can you see that?
Yep. And I got this design idea from Bob Wells with Cheap RV Living. I just came across one of his videos where he was talking about this exact thing, building a bed in a minivan. And so I just looked at his video and got inspired and kind of put my own twist onto it.
You used to route it on that and everything, huh?
I didn't route it, but I did use a sander and everything.
Okay. Okay, it looks really rounded and smooth. It looks really.
Oh,
So
thanks.
you aren't going to pick yourself on there. And then I also have this picture because you were just talking about that too. So.
Right, and this is in the very early stages of the cabinet, and I built it to where it kind of had a cubby hole for each kind of piece of gear I had. So it has a spot for my stove, my pots and pans, and basically I wanted to make this a all-in-one kind of kitchen area. Down below, you'll see the blue jug. That's my one of 2 5-gallon water containers that I keep down there. And I just have a cheap little USB pump that pumps it up and lets me get water at any time. And I have a cover that covers the that lower part to make it a little more finished looking. And then I can just pop that cover off. It's magnetic. And then I can pull the jug out and fill it up. I have considered maybe going, instead of doing like the 5-gallon jugs, maybe transitioning to like the 2.5-gallon jugs because they're easier
to carry.
Maneuver around. So that's I already had the 5-gallon jugs, so that's why I started with these. But
yeah, I got this one more shot of your van here.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the interior from the side, and the way you finished that cabinet is pretty cool.
Yeah, so this cabinet was actually this was an old cabinet. It's actually a dresser from when I was a kid. This is my childhood dresser, so it has some sentimental value. But I ended up,
cool.
Yeah, I ended up collaging this when I was a teenager, still in high school. You know, not old enough to do anything. Teenager, just in the neighborhood, probably ground it one day, and I was like, man, I could collage this dresser, and so that's what I did. And but I ended up removing the dresser because now in that slot I have my 12-volt fridge.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did. Okay. Yeah, I know you were trying to find a place to put that.
It really opened up the van. I'm really digging it so far. I can't wait to share, update it. I'm going to do a van tour here soon where I show cool. Update it. But yeah, it's been great. I love the minivan because the fuel efficiency is nice. Being able to accessibility to certain areas that maybe a bigger vehicle like a school bus or a bigger RV, or if you're towing something, you might not be able to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great.
That's a great point, man. Getting into smaller places. I'm learning school buses. Man, there's a prejudice out there. People don't like skoolies, like where I'm living right now.
Really?
I'm not allowed to park my school bus here.
Wow.
And you know, I got to figure out where to put the school bus for storage. I can't live in it. I'm buying everything, and until I get all the solar in it and all the cellular stuff and the internet stuff, I got to put it in storage after I get it back. Doesn't that suck?
Hey, real quick, let me say hi to Filipina girl next door. Thanks for being here. If anybody has any questions, remember put them in the chat. 3 Qs, and hopefully I'll catch it. Also, remember to drop your links, moderators, and of course Drew's and Marshall's links as well. And I think that's everything. Okay, yeah. So go on, Marshall. Sorry.
I was just going to say that's crazy. Well, first, that's crazy. They won't let Drew. They won't let you park your bus there. That's wild.
I was going to ask you about that, restrictions on where you can stay in a bus. And I mean, I know obviously you're probably going to be doing some boondocking, and I know you are because you've got all that solar, and national forests and BLM and that kind of stuff. And you have clearance, but you're long. So it's not the easiest to get down some of those roads.
Right, and the nice thing is so Thousand Trails is right out. No matter, I cannot play in their sandbox. They don't like school buses. They don't like skoolies. They don't want me to play there. That's fine. I can take my cars and go to another sandbox. I don't mind. And high-end RV parks are not going to let me park the skoolie there. You know, it's just the reality. So
they're not going to let me park my box truck there either.
Yeah, well, and I kind of get where they're coming from. So there's no really animosity. I get that they're afraid that the home builds are going to have fires and the electricity and the electrical and all. I get it. I do understand that. However, my bus is coming with like a ton of certs. It's getting professionally built with like there's going to be paperwork on all the electricity and all the plumbing and everything to have and certification. like the RVs have, the bigger ones. But other than that, so here's what we're going to do. This is how I'm going to avoid the places I can't park. I'm going to park in lower end RV parks. They'll take me. State parks, Army Corps of Engineer, BLM, and the one that the people overlook is the Elks Lodge.
Yeah, I've seen you post about that on Facebook.
Yeah. So I'm an Elks member, and a lot of times you can park at an Elks Lodge either for donations or for $30, and they have full hookups. A lot of them do.
Now, you were in the military, though. Is that a requirement for Elks Club?
Not for the Elks. The Elks, they do a really big background check on you and make sure that you're a good person. You have to have 3 other people get you into the Elks Lodge. So it's not like something you can just walk in and join, but it's a good resource to have in your back pocket when you're driving around, say, the East Coast, and you can't find a place to stay for the night. You know?
Okay. I wanted to say hi to Tyrannical Mystery Covers. Thanks for being here. Also, there was and also Mora Dolce. I hope I'm saying that right. And there was a question for me, actually. I have it on the screen. If I've been out camping in my rig yet, I'm assuming that is for me because it says fit for expedition. From Steve, and I have been in my. We did some driveway. What do you call it? We parked in a driveway in my father-in-law's driveway in Phoenix, but it was just when it was starting to get hot, and all I had was a room air conditioner. I still had the door on the back, so we just rolled the door down, put the AC underneath of it, so it was kind of functioning, but it wasn't high because obviously it's supposed to be high up on the wall, and then we just stuffed a bunch of pillows and stuff that he had in his storeroom underneath the door. So yes, but it wasn't fun. And I see Eric Burnside's here. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Marshall, you've only been in your rig a couple of times, right? Or a few times?
Let's see, several times now, because I did it. At first I didn't have anything in it. Now it was just a sleeping bag. I call that version 1.0. And I stayed in Lexington, and I just slept on the floor in my van.
Yeah, we just had a mattress that we were getting rid of, and so we just threw that in the back and slept on it. And then when we were done, we just threw it in the trash. But I actually bought some memory foam 30-inch wide mattresses that I'm gonna build a bed that goes up into a couch and then comes back out into a bed. So I'm still working on the plan for that. But I think I have it figured out, the design. But I think I'm actually just gonna hinge. I'm gonna have 2 boards with holes drilled. I saw that you have the holes drilled in yours, right, Marshall?
I got that idea from watching Chrome with Van City Van Life.
Oh, okay.
But then later after I watched that video and did the whole process in a later video, he was like, or maybe it was that same video, but he also did a primer. He did a primer also that was supposed to mitigate or stop any kind of mold from growing. That's the whole point of the holes. But I did both because I like to do a little bit of overkill.
Okay. Hey, Ron's here. Ron Sees America. Thanks for being here. So I'm doing the bed. I'm going to do like a piano hinge, and I'm just going to have the whole thing, which I think yours is. Is yours fold up or no?
Mine is in 2 parts that connect, and my original design, I was going to have this side slide up over the other side and become a chair, but I ended up going with a mattress that I wasn't able to cut. So
it's not memory foam.
Well, it's memory foam. It's got a 4-inch of hard foam with 2 inches of memory foam, and it's a green tea infused, and it's encapsulated in this cover. And once you open the cover, it voids your warranty, and they advise not to try to cut it because of small particles. Once you start cutting it, they said that these small particles will start going everywhere and getting. They said it's basically hard to clean up. Something to do with the green tea infusion. Now, this is a mattress that Bob Wells was recommending, and they had a deal on it at the time when I bought it, and so I grabbed it up. I think it was like $100 or less.
Okay. I don't remember how much I paid for mine, but Megavan Mike is here. Thanks for being here. Hey, we're going to be out of here in 5 minutes, so I just wanted to make sure that moderators are dropping their links. Drop links to anybody else in the chat that you think needs some help, maybe some views or some subscribers. Also, Marshall and Papa Drew's links, and also you guys have websites. Both of you have websites too, so you could drop links to those websites too if you want. And I know we're coming down. We're only going to have about 4 minutes here before we go to Marshall's video. So I just wanted to make sure that we took care of that. Also. Steve asked if it's going to be like a Murphy bed. Well, it's actually going to be a seat, a couch, sofa, whatever, and then it's going to hinge just the one part. And I haven't figured out the leg thing. I might actually just use an ottoman and then just put that piece on an ottoman, and it might just make it that simple. So, not exactly like a Murphy bed. So you're going to have a full-time permanent bed, of course, in your bus.
Yeah. Because
you got the space.
Yeah, it's a queen.
You were just bragging about how much space you were just talking about how much space you got.
I got a 9-foot bedroom with two armoires in there and stackable full-size washer and dryer in there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have that.
When I go camping, I don't camp. It's a mobile condo.
You glamp.
I do. It's got a dishwasher in the kitchen.
Yeah, I would not expect you to be the glamping style, actually.
I figured this is going to be my last RV. It's going to be a house. I'm investing
in it.
Right,
I saw you say that on Facebook. This is going to be it. This is going to be your permanent residence from now on. So, at least that's the plan.
That is absolutely, I want to park on the bucket list. I have a couple things. I want to go to the Daytona 500, park on the infield, and invite everybody down, and let's have a giant freaking party on the roof. And then the second thing is I want to go to the Badlands and park out in the middle of nowhere and just enjoy that. Yeah. Those are two major bucket lists for me.
I haven't been there in years. I haven't been to the Badlands in like 20 years.
I want to look up and see the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the dark skies.
Yeah. Take old Nacho Bus out.
Yeah. So you guys both have websites. Do you do a lot of posting on your websites?
On Facebook, yeah.
I know on Facebook, but you have a website also.
No, I let the website go. I just run the Facebook group now. I mean, it's over 1,300 people. Anybody can post on there.
Yeah, I know you got a pretty good sized group.
Yeah, I mean, it's made for creators and non-creators. It's like a big family. Everybody just comes and posts whatever you want, and you just share. That's why I built it. I kept getting put in Facebook jail for sharing my videos, and I got tired of it. So I said, hold my beer. I'm just going to do it my way. And I did, and I opened it up to everybody, and they just post whatever they want. As long as it's clean and non-political, I could care less.
Yeah. Dan and Tori from Primetime Travelers are here. Thanks for being here. So we're coming down in about 1 minute. I'm going to have Marshall set up his video, and we need to post the link to Marshall's premiere, which is going to be in 2 minutes. And we're going to do a raid to Marshall's premiere. So I guess you could just go ahead and set up your video if you want. But actually, I wanted to do this real quick. Drew, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And I'd love to have you come back sometime.
Absolutely. I'm here. Hey, if anybody wants to interview, man, I'm here for them. I wish I had more videos of the bus getting built. I'm trying to put up as much info as I have for you guys to see. I'm not getting a lot from the builders, unfortunately. So word of mouth, and man, come out, check this thing out. I'm building it. It's going to be fun.
Okay. And Marshall, Mellow Nomadic Adventures Marshall, go ahead and set up your premiere. You got like a half a minute.
Thanks for having me, Greg. Congratulations on reaching the monetization numbers. My premiere is ready to go. They've been dropping links for it. So thank you, beautiful mods. Thank you to everybody being here. Thanks for having me, Greg.
Okay. Thank you, guys. See you next time. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Bye, everybody. Be safe.